Hi everybody, really glad that you've joined us again today for another family devotion. Do you know, not too far away from us in First Huckle is Wellington Presbyterian. Today, my friend Amy McClelland from Wellington is going to share with us on the theme of darkness and a torn curtain. So I'll hand over to Amy.
Hi everybody, so my name is Amy McClelland and I am married to Peter, who's a youth worker, and I am a mummy to Charlie, who is 8 months old, so he's keeping us really busy at the moment. I'm not at work at the minute, but when I am there I am a P2 and 3 teacher, which I really love, and we belong to Wellington Presbyterian Church here in Ballymena. So Steve has asked me to come on today and share another family devotion with you, which I'm so excited about. I've been watching some of them and they have been brilliant. So mine is called Darkness and a Torn Curtain. And I've noticed that at the start of the family devotion, there's usually a question or a challenge of some sort. So today is no different. Is there a place you really wanted to go to, but you weren't allowed? Maybe it was recently, maybe it was when you were little. So here are some places that I have really wanted to go recently during lockdown, but I haven't been allowed. McDonald's, I'm sure some of you have really wanted to go there too. I really want to go and get a cheeseburger and a strawberry milkshake, but I'm not allowed. I also have really wanted to go to my mum's house. This is my mum and this is wee Charlie. I wanted to go over there to see her and my dad and my brothers, maybe get her to do some ironing, but I'm not allowed. And the last place I wanted to go is when Peter and me were away in London on holidays a few years ago, and we walked and walked and walked to get to here, but we weren't allowed inside. So this is Buckingham Palace in London, and they've got gates around the outside of it and guards with uniforms on to make sure that nobody gets in if they're not allowed. So I was a bit sad about that. But in today's part of the story, we're going to learn a bit more about somewhere where people weren't allowed to go. So we're going to get to the story in a wee second, but just before we get on to it, let's look at what's going on first. So in the last family devotions, we've learned lots and lots. And at the minute, Jesus has been crucified and he's slowly dying on the cross. And in the part of the passage that we're going to read now in a second, we're going to see two things that God did to show that Jesus' death was going to change everything. So I'm going to read just a short passage now and see if you can pick out the two things that God did. So today we're going to be reading from Luke 23 verses 44 and 45, and they say this. It was now about noon, and darkness came over the whole land until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, for the sun stopped shining, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two. So I wonder, did you pick out the two things there that God had done? So the first one was that there was darkness in the middle of the day. Now we read that it was 12 o'clock. And we know that yes, sometimes it's a bit cloudy, but it's never dark at 12 o'clock in the afternoon until 3. And the second one was that the curtain was torn in two. Now, you've heard me there say the temple curtain, and that's because there was a curtain in the temple that separated a really, really special place from the rest of the temple. And that place was really special because it was just for God. It was a really holy, special place. And the curtain was there because other people weren't allowed in. Just like I wasn't allowed into Buckingham Palace, people weren't allowed into this part of the temple. But when Jesus died at 12 noon, when it went totally dark, this curtain was torn in two. And it was such a big moment. This had never happened before. Nothing like this had ever happened. And the curtain was torn completely. So what does that mean for us? Well, we know that when Jesus died, he took away our sin. He paid that price for us. And he tore the curtain to let us into the most special of places. Now, I'm not talking about a special room somewhere, but we because of what Jesus did, can now be part of God's family and be close to him, because Jesus tore that curtain for us. So as well as the curtain being torn in the temple, there was somewhere that we couldn't be before, and that was close to God. But because Jesus died on a cross, he had done nothing wrong. But because Jesus did that for us, he took away all that sin that we do so that we could be close to God. And I hope that you are today. I hope that this is something that you already know in your heart, and that you trust in Jesus, and that you are part of God's family. And if not, maybe today's a good day to think about doing that. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.